Hi everyone, it's Daniel here. Today I will be ranking every single Level 42 album, but I'll only be ranking all the studio albums, so no live albums. I won't be including that means I won't be including the Physical Presence live album from 1985. No EPs, including the Sirens EP, which is their latest material released, and I also won't be including the early tapes neither, so yeah, it came out before the first album. It really hurts me to not include it, but it is a great album, but it was recorded before the first album, but came out afterwards. I just class it as like a compilation of the early stuff before Level 42 were famous and all that. But it is still a great album. I did a review on that, so check that out if you would like to. And yeah, and I won't be including any compilation albums neither because yeah, just going to be focusing on all the studio stuff that was released and recorded at the time. And yeah, I've completed the whole collection of Level 42. There are 10 albums, and yeah, this was quite tricky. My least favourite and my most favourite were the easiest, and then in between there was a lot of swapping, a lot of decision making. I went through the albums quite a lot, see which tracks I liked, which ones I disliked, so I'm going to pretty much go through that today. I won't be reviewing all the albums, but I've already done reviews on most of the albums. Some of them I haven't, which I will do in the future, do a more, like, more yeah, I'll be doing reviews of the albums, you know, delve deeper into them, and yeah, my dog, yeah, he's just, yeah, he's been a bit noisy, but try to ignore him, please, so yeah, anyhow, let's not waste any more time and let's begin the album rankings. So, my number 10 is their latest album from 2006, and it is Retroglide. So, yeah, fantastic artwork, even though it's my least favourite album. The artwork is fantastic. Look at that. We've got the woman from the first few albums. I've actually got a pin badge of that logo. My friend gave me that, so thank you very much. Let's put that back there. I just wanted to show you that because it was pretty cool. So yeah. Retroglide. What do I think of this album? Yeah, it's pretty decent. The only thing that lets it down is probably the production. It's a bit over the top, a bit, yeah, sounds very 2000s. And unfortunately, Mark Linder wasn't involved because he had just rejoined the band, was only able to perform on 3 tracks. So yeah, and all his keyboard work was pushed to the right of you know, the mixes of them songs he was featured on. So oh well. Anyhow, so the artwork's great, I do love that, and the back's pretty cool as well. Let's go through all the tracks. Dive Into the Sun, great album opener, love that. Rooted's another great song. The Way Back Home's another great song. A bit long, but quite enjoyable. Just For You's another good song. Mark's vocals absolutely fantastic on this album, as always. Sleep Talking, the amount he says and like the amount he sings throughout the song, and he's playing the bass at the same time, like really fast. It's incredible. I do really like Sleep Talking. Retroglide, the title track's really good. All Around's another good song. Clouds is quite a pretty song, really like that one. Helltown Story's another great song. Ship, really like that song. Might be my favourite, I'm not sure, but either that or Clouds. Got Boone on the guitar, plays the guitar solo in that song, and yeah, he and Mark wrote all the songs, and that's pretty cool. All I Need is a bonus track, and yeah, great way to close the album. So pretty decent album. It was a bit hard for me to get through it first because, you know, this had been their first album in 12 years, but not bad at all. So yeah, that's Retroglide, my number 10 pick. My number 9 is their album from 1991, which is Guaranteed. So yeah, I like this album a lot more than Retroglide. So on this album we've got Mark King on vocals and bass. Got Mike Linder on keyboards and vocals. He wasn't able to attend all the sessions, therefore Gary Husband filled in for him on keyboards. So we also have Gary Husband on drums, keyboards and backup vocals, and then we have Jacko Jackson, which didn't play on the album. Instead, we had a few other musicians. Well, we had Dominic Miller and Alan Holsworth on the guitars. But yeah, Jacko Jackson played with them live and sung backup vocals as well. So yeah, I really like this album. You know, definitely tried to, this album, yeah, they tried to go back to the jazz funk days, but yeah, you still get plenty of that pop and, you know, that rock sound, you know, they've had for quite a while. So yeah, there's 12 tracks on this album. The opening track, Guaranteed, a very good track. I love that track. The bridge section's fantastic, sung by Mike Lindop. The vocals are great, you know, it's a great rocker, and yeah, just an amazing song. Overtime's another great song, definitely reminds me of the first album. For example, you know, Ethro, that was an instrumental from the first album. Yeah, Overtime's a great song. I've got the single as well, which has the B-side At This Great Distance, which wasn't on this album. You get a great saxophone solo at the end, played by Gary Barnacle, and yeah, the bridge section is really good. You get Mike Lindop and Annie McCaig singing vocals during the bridge, and yeah, very good song. Her Big Day, probably my favourite song on the album. I do really like that song. It's about a bride who goes off with her with the best man, and yeah, it's quite a funny song, very funky, and you got a great brass section as well. You get a great piano solo played by Gary Husband, and yeah, it's a great song. Love it. 7 Years, very beautiful song. You know, Mark's vocals are fantastic. Mark's backup vocals. It's an acoustic song, but very good. You get fretless bass in there as well. Set Me Up's a very funky song. Took me a while to work out who was singing, but definitely Mark Lindop. So yeah, I really like that song. The Ape, quite a funky song. Yeah, you got Gary Barnacle on the saxophone. Yeah, that's quite a silly song, but I quite like it. It's quite jazzy, a bit funky, sort of like the old days of Level 42, you know, the first few albums. I like that song. My Father's Shoes, a nice song, you know. You got quite, well, it's an acoustic song. I like it, and yeah, just another catchy song. Kind Eye, another beautiful song. Really like that one. She Can't Help Herself. You know, a ballad, very beautiful. Love it. You've got Alan Holdsworth on guitars, and he does a great job on this album. They treat him like an official member of the band, which is quite nice. If You Are Mine, very catchy song. Got Mark King on the 5-string bass. Alan Holdsworth's guitar playing's great, and got some nice keyboards and drums in that song. Lasso of the Moon, another great song with Mike Lindop on lead vocals and Mark King on the fretless bass. Very nice song. And then close the track with A Little Love, very nice song. Great way to close off the album. So yeah, Guaranteed, very great album. My number 8 is going to be the next album from 1994, which is Forever Now. So yeah, Phil Gould comes back on the drums. We've got some session musicians. Danny Bloom plays the guitars. We've got Miles Ward on the percussion. And we have the horns again, Gary Barnacle, John Thurkel. And yeah, so we've got 11 tracks. Opening track, Forever Now, great opener, very brassy. I like that one. Model Friend, very funky song. I really like that song. Kind of reminds me a bit of Physical Presence from World Machine. Tired of Waiting, another great song. Really like that one. All Over You, their dance song basically. I really like that one. Great brass section. You get some great guitar parts. Just a great song. Loving a Peaceful World, 7 minutes, but it's absolutely beautiful. The strings are great, and you get great vocals from Mark and Mike. Romance, like a very, very soulful song, sort of reminds you a bit of Marvin Gaye. It's a fantastic song. Billy's Gone, another great song. Really like that one. One in a Million, beautiful song with Mike Lindop on lead vocals. Sunbed Song. Yeah, another great song. Get a reference to their first song, Turn It On, which Mike Lindop sings that bit. Very good song. Talking in Your Sleep, very good song. Really like that one. And then Don't Bother Me, both solid tracks. So yeah, Don't Bother Me, acoustic song, ends off the album pretty well. And yeah, this will be the last album until Retrograde, and they did a really good job. So definitely sounds like the 90s, and very good album. My number 7 is going to be their album from 1988. It is the only album to feature Alan Murphy on guitar, because sadly he'll pass away after this album. I've actually got picture of level 42 behind me, and it's got Alan Murphy and Gary Husband. So yeah, my number 7 pick is Staring at the Sun. What a great album cover. I've done a review of this album already. 10 tracks, well 9 on vinyl, 10 on CD. So we've got Heaven in My Hands, great album opener, very, great rock track, I love that one. I Don't Know Why. Yeah, I quite like that song, you know, Mike Lindup's vocals are pretty nice, and Mark King, you know, he does a great job on vocals as well. You know, it's quite an electronic song, but yeah, the bass line is just sequenced up, but you know, it's a fine song, quite like that one. Take a Look, beautiful song, love that one. Over There, great song, just brilliant. Like, I love the bass line, and yeah, it's just in a drum beat. Yeah, timing's very the timing's a bit odd, but it's really cool. Silence, my favourite song on the album, written by Mike Lindup by himself. Great song, love it. I love it when he did it live as well, which did it live once and it was fantastic. Tracy, quite a catchy song. That picture's the single which Linda McCartney took the photo for the single, which is pretty cool. I quite like the album version. The single version, the version on the album's a lot more chilled, and yeah, you get a nice harmonica solo at the end. Staring at the Sun is a very atmospheric track. I love that one. You got a great saxophone solo from Chris Mack, who toured with them. Two Hearts Collide, that's another great song. Inspired Guaranteed, which of course that'll be in the next album. Man, very great track. I love it. 7.5 minutes. Doesn't feel like it though. You get some great chord changes. You know, you got some odd time signatures. Basically level 42 going prog, but still keeping their jazz funk in there. You know, Mark King on the bass, you know, with his chorus effect. Wicked. I love that song. And to end off the CD version, you have Gresham Blues, which is absolutely beautiful. Heartbreaking because it was one of the last tracks Alan Murphy performed on, and just a brilliant instrumental. You know, great saxophone solo from Chris Mack, and you just get some great keyboards from both Mark and Wally. If you don't know who Wally Badarou is, he was the 5th member of the band, basically. He never toured with them, but yeah, and he produced some of the albums along with the band, so yeah. If you notice, all these albums, basically, I'm not saying I dislike them, of course, I've just said why I really like them, but beforehand, when the Gould Brothers were in the band, I feel like that was when Level 42 were at the best, because the Gould Brothers were absolutely fantastic. You know, Phil Gould on drums and percussion and backup vocals and occasional keyboards. He did come back during Forever Now, but left straight after that album, and then was replaced with Gavin Harrison. And then Boone Gould, brilliant songwriter, brilliant guitarist, played occasional keyboards with them live because, you know, Mike Lindup's only got 2 hands, hasn't he? So, yeah. All these albums from number 6 to number 1 are all from the Gould Brothers era. So, yeah, let's carry on. My number 6 is going to be their album from 1987, which is Running in the Family. What an album. I love this album cover. Got all 4 members of the band. This is the original version, not the platinum edition. I've got this now, so yeah. Got 9 tracks. Lessons in Love, brilliant album opener. I love that song. It's her biggest hit, but brilliant. You can't go wrong with that bass line. Doom da da doom da da doom da da doom doom. Yeah. Children Say, absolutely beautiful song. The album version is fantastic because you got that very atmospheric intro with the synth pads and whatnot. Running in the Family, the album version's great. You know, the last chorus is much longer, and just a very jazzy track, very funky, and just a brilliant song. It's Over, very shallow song, very good. I love that song. You know, the bridge section with the keyboards, fantastic. To Be With You Again, very funky song, love that one. Great guitar solo from Boone. I love that song. I've always loved it. So, Two Solitudes, that's an absolutely beautiful song with Mark Lindup on lead vocals. Great acoustic guitars as well. Absolutely fantastic song. Fashion Fever, another I can't talk today. Another funky song, love that one. Next track is Sleepwalkers, which another funky track, very slow, very cool. I like it. And then Freedom Someday, another great song. Brilliant bridge section from Mike Lindup, and we also have Dick Cluthall on the trumpet, so that's pretty cool. Level 42 in trumpet. Well, I mean, they've got a trumpet player now, and they have a whole horn section, so cool. Love Running in the Family, so that's my number 6 pick. By the way, Retroglide, we had Gary Husband back on the drums, we had Lyndon Connor on the keyboards, which he toured with them for a few years. We got Mark's brother Nathan on the guitar, and then we had Sean Freeman on saxophone, which he's still in the band now, along with Nathan. I believe he's playing bass for the Blockheads now, which the original bass player was, of course, Norman Rockboy. Don't know why he left, don't know. My number 5 pick is going to be their album from 1985, and that is World Machine. What a great album. Iconic album cover. I like the back as well, about the band look there. Yeah, Mark with his spike, yeah. Yeah, I do love how the band look there, and I've also got the 10-inch single to one of the songs. I'll talk about that in a minute. Title track, World Machine, fantastic. You've got a sequencer bass, got a lot of electronic drums, but you still get that really funky 60-note bass line towards the end. Brilliant, love it. Physical Presence, one of the most funkiest songs I've ever done. Brilliant song, the drums and the bass, oh, it's just great. And then you get that reverb at the end, and then the song fades out into probably the biggest hit, Something About You. That song got me into the band, fantastic. The bass line, the sequence bass, the drums, the guitar solo, just a breathtaking song. And the music video is great too, with the where they're on the train and Mark King's playing that clown, brilliant. Leaving Me Now, another great ballad, you know, beautiful piano, beautiful sound effects, just a great song. The album version is better because you get a longer outro. Sleep on My Heart, I have the 10-inch of that song, absolutely fantastic. The 10-inch is a remix, which was the 10-inch single for Leaving Me Now. Supermart, absolutely great song, love it. Mike Lindup's vocals are great, Mark King's vocals are great too. You get a nice bridge section, and just a fantastic bass line. As always. Next song is Not the Same for Us, another great song with Mike Lindup on lead vocals and Mark King singing the pre-choruses. Very funky song, kind of reminds me a bit of Imagination's Body Talk. Very solid song, I like that one. Dream Crazy, the CD bonus track, very funky. You have Gary Barnacle on saxophone, and just a great song. Love Mark's vocals, love the bass line, love the keyboards throughout, just a great song. Good Man in the Storm, absolutely beautiful. You have great bass line, great guitars, just a nice song. A great saxophone solo from Gary Barnacle. Yeah, he's been on quite a few of these albums, so that's pretty cool. They all met up during the recording of Pop Music by M. Ignore my dog, please. The next song we have is Coupe de Tarte, which is absolutely underrated song. Love that song. Yeah, I don't know what the song means exactly, but it's sort of dark but very funky. Yeah, great synth solo, and it's absolutely brilliant. And then to end off the album, we have Lying Still, which is an absolutely beautiful song, probably my favourite song on the album. You still get the funk in there. Mark King's bass line is fantastic, and overall it's just a great song. Love it. Very chilling way to end off the album, especially the outro, where you just get the cymbal where it goes tsh, and yeah, just a great song. Guitar's great from Boone. The keyboards, the Yamaha DX7, I'm a sucker for that keyboard. The slap bass line's great, and just, yeah, and that keyboard solo as well. Oh, just chilling, heartbreaking, and just a great track. So my number 5 pick is World Machine, so that's cool. And then these next 4 albums, pure perfection. Absolutely nothing wrong with them. Same with these albums, but these albums have spotless songs. The production's absolutely fantastic, and yeah. My number 4 pick was quite hard, but yeah, Pursuit of Accidents from 1982. So yeah, this was their second album. Very cool front cover. That's the back with the band. Weave Your Spell, great album opener. We've got Mike Lindup on lead vocals instead of Mark King. What a song, very funky. That bridge section is great, and just an amazing song. Pursuit of Accidents, a great instrumental, a lot of funk in there, a lot of slap bass, brilliant. Last Chance, another great song. It's you've got great electric piano part in there. You've got great synth solo played by Pete Jacobson. Mark King actually played keyboards on this album. Yeah, so basically I have 5 keyboardists. The bass line is absolutely insane in that song, despite the song sounding quite chill. But obviously you got the funk as well, so yeah, Level 42, jazz funk band. They were sort of a jazz fusion band to begin with. I usually get those two mixed up, but yeah. Another great song, Last Chances. Are You Hearing What I Hear? Funky song, love it, very fast. You get clavinet, which was the only time Level 42 used a clavinet, played by Pete Wingfield. Absolutely fantastic, love that song. And then we have You Can't Blame Lewis, another great track. The synths on that song are fantastic, the bass line, just a brilliant song, love that one. Kind of reminds me of like a mix of Love Games and Star Child. If they had a child, you know, then that's You Can't Blame Lewis. What a great song. Ice Waterfall in brackets The Prodigy. What a song. Makes You Feel Like You're in a Waterfall, brilliant. Shapeshifter, very quirky, but love it. Absolutely great instrumental with some great bass parts, great guitar parts, some strange keyboard sections as well, and just a great instrumental. Written by Mark King himself, and then of course The Chinese Way turned off the album. Great song, love it. That chorus effect on the bass, the strange Chinese sounding synths, just a brilliant song. They've been performing it for years, and yeah, Pursuit of Accents definitely deserves to be my number 4 pick. Very funky album, pretty much like their dance album. And yeah, very great album. These next two were really hard though. My number 3 and my number 2. My number 3, kills me, but the debut album. What an album. I love this album. Got the front cover, very iconic. So yeah, Turn It On, what a brilliant opening track, love that song. Actually performed that song at a gig for college, great song. 43, my favourite instrumental, with that crazy synth solo, absolutely love that instrumental. Why Are You Leaving, beautiful song. It's a ballad, but it's really funky and just a great song. That electric piano, Mark Lindup used to have a lot of chorus on his electric piano, which is pretty cool. Almost there, very upbeat song, you have some great keyboards, great synth solo, great guitar solo, absolutely fast song, brilliant. Heathrow, absolutely great song with Gary Barnacle and the electric saxophone, great bass line from Mark King. Wally Badarou wrote that instrumental, which is pretty cool. Love Games, that bass line. First time I heard that song, fell in love with it. Bass line's great, the keyboards are great, the drumming's absolutely fantastic. Phil Gould, very underrated drummer. And just brilliant song. Definitely deserved to be a single and got the band quite popular. June Tune, another great instrumental, sort of like dark, and yeah, it's very cool. You got some strange synth sounds, it's quite haunting, but great song. So yeah, and then to end off the album we have Star Child, which is probably my favourite song. I remember hearing that song when I was younger and I was like, no, it's Level 42. I know. Yeah, the more you know. Anyhow, so my number 3 pick is Level 42, their debut album, self-titled. My number 2 is going to be their album from 1984, their 4th album, which is True Colours. What an album, very underrated. I love this album. Very pixelated front and back cover. So we had The Chant Has Begun. What a song, what a killer album opener, absolutely crushing, amazing. I love that song. Kansas City Milkman's great as well. You've got nice piano and electric piano played by Mike Lindup, and a great, bridge section. We got a couple of bridge sections with Mark King, and the instrumental breakdown's absolutely brilliant as well. 7 Days, one of their more beautiful ballads. Great bass line, great bridge section, I love it. Hot Water, one of the funkiest songs I ever did. We got the sequencer, but that keeps the song flowing, but it's an absolutely killer song. Love Hot Water, I've always loved it. Floating Life, another great song. Yeah, literally all the instruments are literally in your ears. It's fantastic. True Believers, one of the funkiest songs I ever did. Love that bass line. Love the keyboards. Just a great song. My Hero, very funky song. CD bonus track, love it. Great guitar solo as well from Boone. Kuye, one of the best songs they ever did. Very tribal song. You've got Mark King on percussion, you've got synth bass, but all the percussion you hear, the guitars are great. You've got great sax, couple of great saxophone solos from Gary Barnacle, and it's just a great song. The keyboards are really nice, key changes, chord progressions and all that. Just an absolutely brilliant song. I love Kuye. And then we have the absolutely like depressing ballad Hours by the Window. Love that song. The synth solo's great in it, and it's just amazing. You get a really nice snare from Phil. There's 2 bass lines actually. You know, Mark King's playing like chords with on the bass, and at the same time he's also just playing like just playing notes. It's great. I love multi-track basses. He does that quite a lot, whether he plays harmonics or chords or just like simple bass notes. Yeah, what a superb album. One of their more darker albums, but it's absolutely fantastic. So that's my number 2 pick. Quite tricky, but I guess I guess we have to move to number 1 now. So yeah, bet all your level 42 friends know what's number 1. Haven't mentioned it, but I'm going to mention it now. My number 1 pick is obviously Standing in the Light. What an album. That front cover's great. Definitely describes the album really well. We have 9 fantastic tracks. Nothing I'll change about this album. Love it. Start off with Micro Kid, one of the most funkiest songs they ever did. One of the most synthiest songs they've... It's not even a word, I don't know. Lots of synths. It's the most synthiest song they ever did, you know. Absolutely great song. Killer guitar solo from Boone. Got some great percussion from Paulino DaCosta, which is a great session player. This album was produced by Vadim White and Larry Dunn, which Larry Dunn was a member of Earth, Wind and Fire, and Vadim White's still the bass player of that band now. Song goes Down, Living Up, their first top 10 single. Living it up, living it up. What a song. Outside Our Mind, my favourite level 42 song. Love it. It's funky, sad, and just brilliant. You've got milk bottles in it as well, which is very unusual, but works really well with the song. You've got beautiful keyboards, Fender Rhodes keyboard, electric piano, great guitar riff from Boone, great bass line. The drums are absolutely on time. What a song. That was the only song not recorded in LA. You wouldn't even know, because this song literally fits on this album really well, because the production is like pretty much like superior and spot on. And then the next track we have is Dance on Every Weather. What a song. Killer bass line, killer bass solo. Just a great song. You know, it's about, earth destruction, but absolutely danceable song. Love the synths, love the drums, love the cowbell as well. Brilliant song. Very tuned around this time. More like Egyptian, got the Egyptian feel to the song. Great saxophone solo from Andrew Woolfolk, who was also in Earth, Wind and Fire, who's sadly no longer with us. What a song. Killer bass line. Got some great harmony vocals from Mark Lindop. I love that song a lot. Could have been instrumental, but I'm glad it wasn't. Standing in the Light. Love this song. Great bass line, great atmospheric keyboards, great vocals from both Mike and Mark. Great bridge section as well. Love the bass line. Do 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 do. I can actually play that. Just an amazing song. Surprised it wasn't even a single. I believe it was a B-side to Hot Water as well. The extended version's great. I understand why they cut it down, and the second verse is like incomplete on the album version. It's like cut halfway down, but I understand because they had to fit it all onto the vinyl. R1R's beautiful song, love it. The harmonics are great. The synth solo is fantastic. Just a heartbreaking song. When you listen to the lyrics, it starts off quite simple. You've got the hi-hat, you've got the harmonics, you have the guitar, keeping in time with the harmonics, and then the synths come in and get the crash cymbal, the kick, just beautiful, love it. People, great song. Mark Lindop wrote that on his own. He still performs that with his solo band, which I believe Phil's in that band. Well, still playing with Mark Lindop, but in his solo band. People, what a song, love it. Synths are amazing. Very 80s, you get a very 80s production on here, but it's fantastic. Very mellow song to relax the album down, love it. Very catchy song. And then we have the Crushing Machine Stops, killer album closer, love it. That bass line's great, the drums are great, and you got some quirky synths. You got a synth trumpet at the end, absolutely brilliant. Love this album to death. There's no instrumentals on the album. I kind of do miss the instrumentals. They wouldn't do one until like 6 years after Pursuit of Accidents, on Staring at the Sun, Gresham Blues, of course. But this album proves they could do more than just the instrumentals. So yeah, love this album. Definitely deserves to be my number one. So yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. This has been my review of, well, my ranking of each Level 42 album. Let me know your ranking. I'm actually going to go through all the albums from favourite to least favourite. So my number one, Standing in the Light. Number two, True Colours. Number three, Level 42, well, all the debut albums, self-titled. Number four, Pursuit of Accidents. Very tricky they were to pick which order I wanted to rank them in, if you get what I mean. Number five, World Machine. Number six, Running in the Family. Number seven, Staring at the Sun. Number eight, Forever Now. Number nine, Guaranteed. And my number 10, still a decent album, quite like it, Retroglide. Sorry about my dog. I hope he doesn't do this again. But anyhow, thanks for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Take it easy and peace.